The first cannonball explodes, shaking the ground beneath Waterloo. Smoke and fire fill the air, as the French army surges forward, unstoppable. The Duke of Wellington watches, frozen with disbelief. While history tilts in a single man's favor, Napoleon stands victorious. His enemies scattered, his army undefeated. The battlefield trembles beneath him, and yet, a new Europe begins. Born from the genius of a single conqueror. What if the world had bent to Napoleon's will? At the very moment it tried to resist him? Borders are redrawn, monarchs dethroned, alliances shattered. The continent itself seems to bow before him. Power, ambition, glory. Every move on the field is calculated, every decision shapes the fate of millions. Momentum builds. Destiny unfolds. He rides across the battlefield, sword raised, eyes burning with certainty. Every maneuver precise, every action deliberate. History itself trembling under his command. Victory at Waterloo would have changed everything. The Napoleonic code spreads faster than armies, unifying laws and ideas across Europe. Citizens once oppressed, now subjects of a new order, bound by justice, efficiency, and merit. France is no longer just a nation. It is the center of a new world. Art, science, philosophy, and politics all radiate outward, carried by the momentum of triumph. Europe feels the weight of a single man's vision. Kings and emperors quake in their palaces, fearing the unstoppable march of Napoleonic ambition. And yet, he is not cruel without reason. He reforms, he builds, he consolidates. Power tempered by vision, irresistible. Old alliances crumble. Austria, Prussia, Russia scramble to adapt. Borders that once seemed permanent disappear overnight. Europe becomes a chessboard, and Napoleon moves first, always. Imagine Paris alive with celebration. Triumph parades down the Champs-Élysées, cannons booming in salute. Citizens cheer not only for victory, but for the idea of a Europe united under one hand. The French army marches onward, beyond Belgium, beyond the Rhine. Ideas of liberty, equality, fraternity, spread intertwined with conquest. Europe transformed, not by war alone, but by the vision of a single man. But victory is never simple. Resistance simmers in hidden corners. Revolts ignite quietly. Even the most brilliant strategist must anticipate every risk. Triumph is never guaranteed, even for Napoleon. Napoleon's triumph changes the rules of power. Diplomacy is no longer about tradition. It is about speed, intelligence, decisive action. Military genius dictates politics. The era of slow monarchies fades. Economies, culture, education, all bend toward the momentum of empire. Infrastructure, roads, universities, academies, flourish under central control. The Napoleonic vision is efficient, modern, unstoppable. The world watches, shocked and awed. Britain adjusts reluctantly, respecting the new order. Russia recalculates its ambitions. Austria struggles to preserve its empire. Swept by reform. Napoleon does not merely conquer land. He conquers ideas. Nations adapt, adopt, and learn. Laws, meritocracy, public administration, weapons as potent as muskets and cannons. Europe is united, but not by peace, by power, by strategy, by a single mind bending history itself. Resistance exists, but the momentum is overwhelming. Imagine a world where empires rise, not through tradition, but through brilliance. Monarchs may survive, but their authority is secondary to merit, innovation, and vision. The continent moves faster than it ever has, propelled by conquest. The echoes of Waterloo resonate for generations. Scholars debate the implications. Artists capture the drama. Children grow up knowing the shape of victory. They understand the weight of a single, unstoppable man. Napoleon's triumph changes diplomacy, warfare, and governance forever. It inspires revolutions, reforms, dreams, and reminds us that history can hinge on a single moment, a single decision, a single battlefield. What if one man can bend an entire continent? What if ambition meets opportunity, and the world is remade in that instant? History is fragile, extraordinary, and terrifying. Napoleon at Waterloo is more than a victory. It is a turning point. A vision realized. A Europe forever transformed. Power, strategy, legacy. And in that moment, the course of history is no longer predictable. It belongs to those bold enough to seize it, brilliant enough to shape it. The world is theirs, if only for a moment.